Have you ever been in the middle of a sentence and completely forgotten what you were about to say? Not because you were tired, not because you were distracted, just gone. The thought vanished before you could catch it. And for a second, you wondered, is this just stress? Is this age? Or is something actually changing inside my mind? Most people brush it off. They make a joke about it. They move on. But quietly, the question stays. Because it keeps happening. And it's getting harder to ignore. Here's what nobody tells you. Mental decline doesn't announce itself. It doesn't arrive with a warning. It sneaks in slowly, disguised as busyness, as exhaustion, as just having a lot on your plate. You start taking a few extra seconds to find a word that used to come instantly. You read the same paragraph 3 times and still can't hold on to it. You walk into a room and forget why you came. And the worst part isn't the forgetting. The worst part is what the forgetting does to how you see yourself. You used to be the sharp one, the one who caught things others missed, the one with the quick answer, the clear idea, the fast mind. And now you're not so sure anymore. So what do most people do when they notice this? They push harder. They drink more coffee. They download brain training apps. They fill every quiet moment with podcasts, articles, information, as if the solution to a tired mind is more input. But that's exactly the wrong direction. The problem was never that your brain needs more stimulation. The problem is that it never gets to rest. It never gets to consolidate. It never gets to do the slow, quiet work that actually builds lasting sharpness. You've been treating your mind like a machine that needs more fuel. But it's not a machine. It's a living system. And living systems need recovery, not just activity. There's a concept called cognitive reserve, the brain's ability to absorb stress and keep functioning under pressure. People with high cognitive reserve don't just have smarter brains. They have more flexible ones. They've built more pathways, more connections, more ways to reach the same destination when one road gets blocked. And here's what research keeps confirming. Cognitive reserve isn't fixed at birth. It's built through how you live. The people who stay sharp aren't the ones who consume the most. They're the ones who process deeply, who think slowly on purpose, who protect their attention like it's their most valuable resource, because it is. Meanwhile, the rest of us are scattering attention across 40 tabs, 50 notifications, 100 half-finished thoughts. And every time we do, we're training our brain to be reactive instead of deliberate, busy instead of sharp. And what does that cost you? More than you think. It's not just the forgetting, it's the confidence that starts to erode. The way you stop speaking up because you're afraid your mind will go blank. The way you second-guess decisions you used to make instinctively. The way you start deferring to others who seem more certain, more quick, more clear. Your identity starts to shift. From someone who leads the thinking, to someone who waits to see what others think first. And that shift is quiet. It's subtle. But it's real. And it compounds over time. The philosopher Blaise Pascal once wrote that all of humanity's problems stem from the inability to sit quietly alone. He wrote that in the 1600s. Before smartphones. Before the internet. Before the age of infinite distraction. What would he say now? Your mind was built for depth, for sustained attention, for the kind of thinking that takes time and tolerates uncertainty. But we've spent years training it to do the opposite, to skim, to scroll, to move on before anything has a chance to sink in. And a mind that never goes deep eventually loses the ability to. So what do the people who stay sharp actually do differently? First, they protect silence. not as a luxury, as a necessity. They create regular windows of time with no input, no noise, no content. The brain consolidates memory during rest, not stimulation. Second, they read slowly and on purpose. Not to consume more, to think more. One book read carefully does more for cognitive sharpness than 10 books skimmed for highlights. Third, they learn things that are genuinely hard. A new language, an instrument, a skill that makes them feel like a beginner. Neuroplasticity isn't activated by doing things you're already good at. It's activated by struggle. Fourth, they protect their sleep with the same seriousness they protect their work. Sleep isn't downtime. It's when the brain clears waste, repairs connections, and locks in what you learned. Chronically poor sleep doesn't just make you tired. It structurally impairs memory and processing speed. Fifth, they think out loud. They write. They talk through ideas. They explain things to others. Because articulating a thought forces the brain to organize it, deepen it, make it real. Expression completes what consumption leaves half-formed. A sharp mind isn't a gift some people are born with and others aren't. It's the result of choices made quietly, consistently, over time. Choices about what to pay attention to, what to protect, what to slow down for. The people who stay sharp while everyone else slows down aren't doing more. They're doing less, but with more intention. They've understood something most people learn too late. Your mind reflects how you treat it. And it's never too late to start treating it differently.